They do have a guaranteed floor that the other teams in this division do not. It is impossible for the Patriots to be horrible. It's impossible. They're not going to have worse quarterback play than they did last year. They're not going to have worse offensive system they did last year. And even with that last year, they were 7-10.
The New England Patriots are coming off a much-needed win on Sunday against the New York Jets. And after watching the entirety of that game, I actually came away with a couple of huge takeaways going into Week 4. Now, both offensively and defensively, there are so many things that we need to discuss and talk about in this video. The Patriots are heading to Dallas with a record of 1-2 and a ton of work that, needs to be done to prepare for this game. Now, real quickly before we get into the video, comment down below one player or even one position group that shocked you positively or even negatively. I know for me, it's definitely been the offensive line. I mean, since the start of training camp and preseason games, we've heard nothing and seen nothing but bad from the offensive line, and throughout the first 2 weeks of the season, that was the biggest scare and question mark. The offensive line has looked absolutely terrible, and for me, coming into the Jets game, that was my biggest question mark. Was the offensive line going to continue to show signs of an improvement? Because what we saw in the preseason was not something that needed to be seen throughout the entirety of this season. Now, so far, the Patriots are only averaging 3.5 yards per carry and an average of 82 rush yards per game, which is 27th worst, while also allowing a sack percentage of 5.88, which is about middle of the pack, but that's something that we need to see improve from there. We needed to see some sort or some signs of life that position group was going to get better, and to be completely honest, that's exactly what we saw. Not only did Mac Jones not get sacked once throughout this game, but Zeke actually came in and proved why he can still be a productive running back. He averaged 5 yards per carry, totaling 16 carries for 80 yards. However, even though we saw some bright spots in this offense in this game, there's still some bad things. They look clunky, they look slow, and just not good overall. There were so many times where we'd, move the ball down the field to the 40, 50-yard line and then just stop. It just seemed like the offense just stopped knowing how to play football. They just couldn't convert on third down. They couldn't really do anything, and that's just what needs to be changed. If we can start converting on third downs and continuing drives, that's how we're going to be a better football team. And there's so many ways to do that. But firstly, we need Bill O'Brien to figure out the scheme of this offense and figure out where Mac Jones, can fit in. Because to be honest, if we can't, fix this, it's going to be a very slim chance that we're able to compete with the Bills, the Dolphins, the Chiefs. These teams will kill us when it matters the most. But also, if you guys want more Patriots videos like this and more coverage, make sure you guys join the family. Subscribe if you're new. I will be covering the Patriots all year long and streaming every single game. So if you want to watch some Patriots games with me, join the family. And if you're liking the video, hit that like button. Helps out the channel so much. But let's get back into the video. Now, the Patriots offense is ranking number 26 in points per game, number 19 in touchdowns per game, number 14 in rush yards per game, 15 in interception percentage, and then lastly, number 23 in yards per pass. Obviously, those numbers aren't great, and to be a real contender, you kind of need a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense. Now, like I said before, hopefully Bill O'Brien can get some things going sooner rather than later, because things could get ugly, especially versus the Dallas Cowboys. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the good that we've seen from the Jets game. The defense has really impressed me for the Patriots. Obviously, last week we lost to the Dolphins, but man, they dropped 70 points this week on the Denver Broncos, and the Denver Broncos have a pretty solid defense. The Patriots, locked the Dolphins up compared to that. And keep in mind, they had Jalen Waddle versus us. They didn't have Jalen Waddle versus them. So, listen, this is just something that is good for the defense. The defense looks really good, and, the fact that we have this good of a defense will always be in games. I mean, week 1 versus Philadelphia, we came down to the last couple of plays, Week 2 versus Dolphins came down to the last couple of plays. Week 3, we got a win, but the offense looked sluggish. Although the Jets were playing Zach Wilson and not Aaron Rodgers, the defense has been so damn good so far, and we have to give credit to those guys. The defense ranks number 10 in points allowed per game, number 5 in yards allowed per game, number 3 in third down conversion percentage, number 7 in yards or per pass allowed, number 10 in yards per rush allowed. And with Monday Night Football here, we have 2 games and a ton of different lines to look at on Underdog Fantasy. Link is in the description. Use my promo code. They will match your first deposit up to $100, basically giving you a free $100 to use. An absolute steal if you ask me. And they also give you free lines as well. This weekend it was Justin Herbert over 40 total yards. Easy money that cashed right away. All you gotta do is pair it up with something. But I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna give you my slip for today, and both these run defenses are top 5. So I'm gonna go in the passing game and go AJ Brown, a guy who really struggled last week. He was mad that he didn't get the football enough. They're going to target him heavily, and I'm also going to go down here. As you can see, there's so many different ones you can look at, but Mike Evans over 55 receiving yards. The Eagles actually give up the most passing yards per game this year. So I think Mike Evans could have a day today, or even Chris Godwin. I wouldn't be mad going either of these guys, but I do think Mike Evans is a guy who's going to have a day today. So go to the description, check it out, and comment down below some lines that you really like or that you might be taking in this game. They also have the later game as well. So many you can look at. So go check it out, but let's get back into the video. Now, Juwan Bentley, Gonzo, Jabril Peppers have been all over the place, and Matthew Judon has a sack in every single game this season, including a huge one in the end zone versus the Jets that helped secure this victory for the Patriots in the fourth quarter. And Judon has continued a strong stretch of play that dates back to last season, adding 2 more sacks to his tally this season. And second-year defender Christian Barmore has also had a sack in this on quarterback Zach Wilson. New England completely shut down the Jets offense despite not turning the ball over a single time. The Patriots didn't allow a single rushing play to go more than 7 yards, which is absolutely incredible when you actually sit back and think about it. And also, Patriots second-round rookie edge defender Keon White put on another very strong outing through only just 17 snaps. White was credited with 2 quarterback pressures and a tackle. Overall, the Patriots defense has looked so solid throughout the first 3 games, but they're going to have a very tough test versus the Dallas Cowboys, who are looking to destroy the Patriots after a horrible loss to one of the worst teams in the NFL in the Arizona Cardinals. And when we talk about the offense compared to the defense, they're miles away from each other. The defense looks top 5, the offense looks bottom 5, if I'm being completely honest right now. Not very big plays, no chunk plays. I mean, we did have 1 chunk play to Farrell Brown in this game, but other than that, just nothing was getting open down the field. Juju Smith and Devontae Parker were kind of just non-factors. Kendrick Bourne made a couple of plays towards the end of the game, but other than that, Hunter Henry, not too much going for him. Mike Gesicki, not going much for him. I mean, if it wasn't for Zeke, I don't know if we win this game. Offensively, there was nothing going for us. We did miss a couple of field goals, but the offense needs to find a way to be more productive. You're going to put up 17 points a game. You're not going to win too many games in the NFL. I mean, our defense is allowing only 19, but as you see there, we're going to lose more games than win because obviously we're giving up more points than we're scoring. So the offense needs to be better. The defense is in the right position. But man, Bill Belichick and Bill O'Brien have a lot of work to do. But I will say this win was a stepping stone in the right direction for the Patriots in terms of building confidence and finding a scheme that suits Mac Jones going forward. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.